Hello team, Sean Cruzman here with your Technique Tip Tuesday. So I will be going over with you guys today on the roundhouse kick. I have 12 basic tips on how to make your roundhouse kick the best you can. Get the maximum power and the proper mechanics and body movement. So the first tip is to stand tall. So from this position here, a lot of students, when they do a roundhouse kick, they may want to lean too much. And what happens is that they're going to lose their balance and then they'll lose their maximum power. So as much as possible, you want to stand tall. So when you do the roundhouse kick, notice my body's at an upright. So when I'm here, again, my left leg's in front, my right leg's back. I want to turn and stay tall. So I am not leaning over here. So that's the first tip. The second tip is elevate. I have my notes here. So you want to elevate on your toes. So what that means is that, because you're not on your tippy toe, but you do want to have your weight on the ball of the foot. So you want to be able to pivot on the ball of the foot. So my heel will be here. What that does, it'll help maximize the power again. So when I want to stand tall, I want to make sure I'm on the ball of my foot, my heel's up. So I'll do it slow so you can see where I'm up. So it really maximizes the power and extends that leg. So here. So tip number 2 is get up on your toes, or more mainly it's your ball of your foot. The next one is pivot. Okay, so you want to make sure your heel is pointing at the target. So that's really important too. So I always stress to the students that you want to make sure the heel or the foot that you're pivoting on, the heel is towards the target. What a lot of students want to do when they kick, they'll lock their hips. They will not turn their foot. Well, that causes a lot of problems here. That can, number 1, it can wreck your knee and misalignment in your hip as well. And 2, you will definitely want the maximum power. So again, you want to make sure you stand tall. You want it on your ball of your foot. You want your heel towards the target, like so. So notice my heel is aiming at the target. So again, here, we'll make sure towards the target. Tip number 4 is turn the hips in the direction that you're kicking. So if I have my left leg in front, okay, I want to have my hip kicking towards the direction I'm hitting. So in this case, my right hip will turn over to the left. So it's here, again here. That's tip number 4. Tip number 5 is drive your shin. So you never want to kick on your toes. If I was to kick, I'm going to do it on this side for the angle of the camera. If I was to kick here on my toes, I could snap my ankle. Okay? So when you hit, you want to hit in your shin area, in this area. Okay? So I will switch for the angle of the camera. So I'm going to go here. So I'm hitting on this part of the foot. That's tip number 5. Tip number 6 is knee does not touch the target. So that means you're way too close. If I'm too close to my target and my knee hits, okay, that's going to create problems. So again, I'm not going to maximize my power, and of course that technique is wrong. So from here, I want to make sure my knee does not touch the target. And that will gauge your distance there. Okay? Tip number 7 is make sure your kicking leg is about 90 degrees. So what that means is that I don't want to have my knees here, okay? No maximum power, I'm too close. I will not get maximum power. However, if I'm on the flip side of that, if I'm too far, it's too extended. Okay, I'm not going to get much power. So a good rule of thumb is within 90-degree angle. So here, 90-degree angle. So my leg is bent at a 90 more or less. Okay? And that's tip number 7. Tip number 8, make sure shin is full contact with target. Okay, so that kind of goes along with number 5. So my shin has to go across the target. So it really cuts the target. Okay, here. So you'll really penetrate into the target. Tip number 9. Okay, you want to whip your kicking leg arm down. So, of course, you want to have your guard up. Okay, so here, all right, so I'm going to do on this side for the sake of the camera. Okay, so when I kick, all right, my hand that's in front is going to throw. So it gives me that whip motion. So here, okay, but you immediately pull your hands up for your protection. If I hold it up for too much, then I'm too stiff. Okay, so I want to get that whip motion here. So when I'm here, okay, so you'll see this arm here. I'll do it on this side so you can see this arm here. So if my left leg's in front, my right, then it's, so it's like a pulling, okay? I'm going to pull my leg into the target. Again, so I'm pulling this down, okay? And that's tip number 9. All right, so tip number 10 is kick horizontal. So horizontal, which we kick across, okay, here. So I'm going across, okay? Of course, there are some kicks here that we do is a Muay Thai kick. We kick down this way, but for a regular roundhouse, we'll make sure it's horizontal, okay? That's tip number 10. 2 more to go. Tip number 11, okay? If I was leading with a lead roundhouse, which we do here, okay? So you want to pivot your back leg, okay? So here, I want to pivot this back leg. So here, I'm going to step and pivot that leg if I was doing a lead roundhouse kick. So you lead by pivoting your back leg and rock to the side. So I want to rock here. Kind of like if I'm doing a hook, okay? I don't do a hook this way. I'm going to hook. If I'm hitting with my right hand, I want to pull, okay, rock to the left side so I get maximum power. I don't stand here and just do this, okay? So same with my roundhouse kick. Okay, so if I'm here with the lead round, notice I'm whipping to the side, looks like a hook punch. So again, this kind of scoots up a little bit, but I'm still pivoting, the same principle, I'm still pivoting on the ball of the foot and my heel's up. So my guard's up here, and I rock to the left. And again, we'll do it one more time. So here, do a little step up. That's tip number 11. Tip number 12, the final tip, okay, is again, lead with the forward. If I lead with my right leg, okay, all right, so I'm going to angle out. So it kind of goes along with number 11. So now I'm not only rocking, but I'm angling out, okay. So I'm not just rocking this way without angling out to about a 45. If this is my opponent, and also that prevents me from getting hit. So if he was throwing a punch at me, like a right punch at me, I just stand here, I could get hit. But if I'm rocking and stepping to the side at 45, then I get the maximum power of that, okay? So that is tip number 12, is to rock about a 45 degree and get out of the way. And this is how it looks all together. So from the back leg here, and again, one more time. Or if I do it from the lead leg, okay? Same thing. There you have it, guys. So that is your Technique Tip Tuesday on the Roundhouse Kick, your 12 tips. I look forward to seeing you guys on the mat. Take care. Thank you.